Local voices. Global rhythm. Coventry's #1 community station. This is 98.6 Hills FM.
Live from the studios of 98.6 FM. It's 10 o'clock. It's Thursday. It's the People's Sports Show. It's the Bantosaurus Liam Cook. And this is Sports Lounge.
Together You're the first in my life to make me think that we might just go all the way. And I want you to know we're all hanging on. They'll come, and yes, they'll try to break us down. But we know that we'll never lose if we keep moving forward and don't look back. With the world at your feet, there's no one you can't beat. Yes, it can be done. With the world at your feet, there's no height you can't reach. This could be the one. It's calling you now. You know it's gonna be your time, 'cause the world is at your feet. Yeah, the world is at your feet. Like stars in the sky, burning bright, seen by a billion eyes. Now I want you to know we're all turned your way. With the world at your feet, there's no one you can't beat. Yes, it can be done. With the world at your feet, there's no height you can't reach. This could be the one. It's calling you now. You know it's gonna be your time, 'cause the world is at your feet. Yeah, the world is yours. With the world at your feet, there's no one you can't beat. Yes, it can be done. With the world at your feet, there's no height you can't reach. This could be the one. You lift it up with one proud kiss. There's nothing else that feels like this. So lift your arms and everyone sing. With the world at your feet, there's no one you can't beat. Yes, it can be done. With the world at your feet, there's no height you can't reach. This could be the one. It's calling you now. You know it's gonna be your time, 'cause the world is at your feet. Yeah, the world is
Oasis there with Roll With It. Loving the anthems right here on Sports Lounge. Oh, what a way to kickstart the show. You guys know what time it is. Thursday, 10 o'clock, 98.6. That's usually around the time that we kick off Sports Lounge right here on the People's Radio Station. And this, of course, is the People's Sports Show with the Bantosaurus, Liam Cook. Hope you're having a brilliant day on this Thursday, the 5th of March. It's been a brilliant week of sport, as always. You got to love your sport, haven't you? And there's so much going on. I mean, the Premier League's in full flow. You got the Football League. You've got the Aviva Premiership coming towards the business end. You got the Elite League Ice Hockey. And, as well, Formula One is back next week. I'm so pumped up for it. I can't wait to see Hamilton and Button. And, of course, the new driver as well, Will Stevens as well, in the Marussia. We'll give you more information on that in just a few minutes' time on a possible return for Marussia to the Formula One grid. But let's kick things off, as we always do, with your main news. Chelsea scraped past London rivals West Ham United in their first Premier League game since their Capital One Cup triumph on Sunday. The win keeps the Blues at the top of the table by 5 points, and they also have a game in hand over nearest rivals Manchester City. Eden Hazard gave Chelsea the lead. He nodded in a cross from Ramirez to open the scoring on 22 minutes. That was his 10th Premier League goal this season, but holding on to that lead was no easy feat. Thibaut Courtois pulled off a number of saves to keep his side ahead, while Adrian denied Chelsea a second goal when he brilliantly saved Ramirez's header. But Chelsea's best chance of the game came when Eden Hazard squared the ball to Willian in the closing stages, but the Brazilian shot was blocked on the line by Hammers fullback Aaron Cresswell. Now that the Premier League business has been taken care of, the Blues look forward to their Champions League last 16 second leg tie with Paris Saint-Germain on Wednesday. Manchester City keep the pressure on Chelsea with a 2-0 win at home to Leicester. Manuel Pellegrini made 5 changes to the side that lost to Liverpool on Sunday, with Vincent Kompany dropped to the bench, while there was a first start for £28 million man Wilfried Boney. The Ivorian nearly gave away an early penalty when he pushed Jeff Schlupp to the ground in the box. Nothing was given. The Foxes were denied another spot kick when striker Andrej Kramaric was tripped by City keeper Joe Hart. Yet again, the referee wasn't interested. It was City who seized the initiative and the lead in first half stoppage time. David Silva found the net at the second time of asking after Wes Morgan had blocked his initial effort. A third penalty claim for Leicester was waved away in the second half as Kramaric ran into Pablo Zabaleta on the edge of the box. Third time unlucky for Nigel Pearson's side. Leicester nearly found an equaliser through Rahed Mahrez, but his long-range shot hit the post. City finally ensured the 3 points with a close-range strike from James Milner with 2 minutes left on the clock. In other results, Manchester United needed a late winner at Newcastle. Arsenal scored 2 goals in 5 minutes in a 2-1 win at QPR. Liverpool beat Burnley 2-0. Now, Andre begged me to mention Liverpool. He's a massive, massive Liverpool fan. So, big shout out to our resident jazz man, Andre. And obviously, big shout out to Liverpool as well. And Stoke City move up to 8th place with a 2-0 victory over Everton. Swansea striker Bamafeti Gomis has said he's feeling well after collapsing during his side's match with Spurs at White Hart Lane last night. The Frenchman fainted during the early stages of last night's match and was unconscious for 5 minutes before being stretchered off the pitch wearing an oxygen mask to a standing ovation from the crowd. Gomis was reported to be unconscious during his time on the pitch, but when he was stretchered off, he was said to be conscious and talking to medical staff in the dressing room soon after the incident. He was later taken to hospital for precautionary checks. The player took to Twitter last night to update fans about his condition. He said the incident could have been caused by stress. His father has been going through a lot of health concerns recently, and he's also thanked the fans for their support and messages. Now, this isn't the first time that Gomis has fainted on the pitch. He collapsed 3 times in 3 months after joining French side Lyon in 2009 and suffered a similar episode whilst training with the French national team later in the year. Swansea manager Gary Monk has said Gomis even wanted to return to the field of play after the incident, but the club had to take every precaution possible to ensure the safety and well-being of the player. Marussia will be back on the F1 grid next weekend. The Castrap team are out of administration and are ready to race in the first round of the new season in Melbourne, Australia. There were major concerns that the team would endure the same fate as fellow strugglers Caterham, whose assets were sold in December and will not be returning to the sport. But Marussia, now renamed Manor Grand Prix, have found a new backer and are ready to race in the first round of the 2015 season, which kicks off next week. The only thing to do now is to find another driver. British youngster Will Stevens has already been confirmed, but the team are still looking for a number 2 driver. A shortlist has already been drawn up. Many team personnel, including team principal John Booth, have kept their jobs and will be travelling to Australia with the team and with their new modified 2014 cars next week. Stephen Fitzpatrick, the founder of energy company OVO, has been confirmed as the team's new financial backer. Meanwhile, former Sainsbury's CEO Justin King will become the team's interim chairman. And finally, Stuart Lancaster is prepared to make changes to his England side after last week's disappointing defeat at Ireland. England created very little at the Aviva Stadium on Sunday, only scoring from George Ford's boot, and must now rely on the Irish slipping up if they have any hopes of winning the Six Nations. England's head coach admitted the absence of key senior players cost them the game in Dublin. A home match against Scotland is up next on the 14th of March, and Lancaster has said he has hard decisions to make ahead of the game at Twickenham next week. Mike Brown is set to return to contention after suffering a concussion in the Italy game. Jeff Parling, Tom Wood, Courtney Laws and Brad Barrett have also returned to fitness in the last few weeks and will look for a place in the starting 15. Lancaster is confident the return of senior figures will boost England's chances in their final 2 games. Right, that was your main news. As you can tell, I'm a little bit croaky. I'll tell you why after the next few songs. We just had a caller on the line. We couldn't take your call at the moment, so if that was you who just phoned in, please do phone in again in a couple of minutes because we are about to go into a break. Remember, if you do have an opinion on anything brought up on today's show, then please do phone in on 02476 224 761. But as always, please remember to phone in during the breaks so we can take your call. Right, let's have a bit of Bruno Mars now here on Sports Lounge on 98.6 Hills FM.
Swimming in your world, something spiritual. too long, oh, too long. Yeah, you make me feel like I've been not glad I ever. Oh, too long, oh, too long. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You could beat the world, you could beat the war. You could talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
and the world's gonna know your name.
yeah,
'Cause you burn with the brightest flame,
yeah,
and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile, you can walk straight through hell with a smile.
you could be the hero, you could get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Are you ever gonna know if you never even try?
Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're
Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame, and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion, be a champion, be a champion, be a champion. On the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Yeah. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame, and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong hanging on your chest.
You could be the world, you could be the war. You could talk your child, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame. I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground. And I'm hearing what you say, but I just can't make a sound. You tell me that you need me, then you go and cut me down. But wait, you tell me that you're sorry, didn't think I'd turn around. You say that it's too late to apologize. It's too need you like a heart needs a beat, but it's nothing new. Yeah, I loved you with the fire red, now it's turning blue. And you say sorry like the angel heaven let me think was you. But I'm afraid it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. It's too late. I said it's too late to apologize. Yeah. I said it's too late to apologize. Yeah. I'm holding on your rope, got me 10 feet off the ground.
Coventry's #1 community station. 98.6.
Hot, hot, hot on 2.
If you need a new boiler, call Longfield Heating and Plumbing. We specialise in Valiant boilers and we can offer a 7-year guarantee. The number is 07956 801 317. Look forward to your call.
Have you got a business or an event that you'd like to advertise? Well, get in touch with the advertising department at Hills Radio on 024 76 550 564.
This is 98.6 Hills FM.
And we're back on the People's Sports Show. This is 98.6 Hills FM with the Bantosaurus, Liam Cook, live on Sports Lounge. As you can tell, my voice is a little bit croaky. No, I haven't swallowed a frog. I have, in fact, been shouting myself hoarse at football stadiums. It all started on Saturday when we beat MK Dons 2-1 at the Rico. And I didn't do myself any favours on Tuesday night either when I was singing Barton fan club songs at Oakwell when we lost 1-0 to Barnsley. But it was a pretty good night on Tuesday. Although we did lose, it was a pretty good away day. And I did meet our esteemed new manager. I did meet Tony Mowbray at Oakwell last night. I've got the photo to prove it. It's on my Facebook account, Liam Hall Cook, if you want to have a look at it there. He seems very, very confident and very happy to be here, which I'm actually surprised about. And I'm actually really surprised that we got a manager of Tony Mowbray's calibre. So I think it's working out all right for everyone. So very happy about that. We're going to have a feature on Tony Mowbray a little bit later on. We're going to be talking about who he is, where he's come from, what he's done in the past and what he can do in the future, and also what he needs from Coventry City to be a success. That also fits in with this week's Cook's question. We want to know, what could Coventry City do this season with Mowbray in charge? Where can we finish? Is it going to be a relegation fight? Are we going to get mid-table safety? Or could we have one last push for the playoffs? Championship, here we come maybe? Not sure. It's up to you guys though. Any way you can get involved, please do get in touch on 02476 224 761. I'll say it again, 02476 224 761. You can also tweet us on the official Sports Lounge Twitter account, which has now surpassed 2,000 tweets. You can tweet us at Hills_SL. On Facebook, Liam Hall Cook, and as well the Sky Blues Talk forum, www.skybluestalk.co.uk. Go to the Coventry City general chat option, scroll down and you'll see a post called What Can We Do Now? So just leave your answer in there and we'll read it out on the show probably around 11:15, quarter to 12 actually, so something around that. Right, now it's time for your local news. Tony Mowbray watched from the stands as Coventry slipped to a 1-0 defeat at Oakwell on Tuesday night. Mowbray was confirmed as the new Sky Blues manager at a press conference before the game. but left the task of picking up the points to caretakers Neil McFarlane and Dave Hockaday. It was a tight game with very few chances, and the conditions didn't help matters. Pouring rain and strong winds curtailed any hopes of attractive football. City put in a decent performance in the first half, but came out a different side after the break. Barnsley took control and took the lead on 57 minutes. A free kick led to a header towards goal from George Waring. Sky Blues shot stopper Lee Burge couldn't keep it out, and the Tykes took the lead. The introduction of Frank Nublet and Blair Turgott breathed new life into City, and the team could have snatched a point late on. Nublet's shot across goal only needed a touch to go in, but no one could turn it home. Coventry couldn't find an equaliser, but luckily teams around them failed to win as well. So the Sky Blues remain in 20th place in the League One table, just 1 place and 1 point above the relegation zone. Liam Daish wanted a big performance at Liberty Way on Saturday, and he wasn't disappointed. The Neaton Towns turnaround continues after a 1-0 win over relegation rivals Welling. The victory means Borough are just 3 points from safety as they reach the business end of the season. After a lacklustre first half with very few chances, Nuneaton seized the opportunity 5 minutes after the break. Andy Walker broke the deadlock with a strike from the edge of the penalty area, a crucial goal in Borough's fight for survival. Nuneaton could have had more. They had 13 shots on goal compared to 7 from the visitors. It ended 1-0, making it 7 points from a possible 9 in their last 3 games. The Great Escape is well and truly on, and Borough could escape the drop zone this weekend with victory at Southport, but they would need a 5-goal swing to escape the relegation zone. Coventry Blaze edged a thriller against Sheffield Steelers as the push for the playoffs hot up. Blaze made a dreadful start as Steelers took the lead after 92 seconds. Michael Forney poked the puck into the net with his side's first attack of the match. But Blaze were level 8 minutes later thanks to Derek Lee. He got on the end of a rebounded shot from Ben Arndt to equalise halfway through the first period. Brian Stewart was in brilliant form as always and kept the visitors at bay, and his hard work paid off as the first period ended level. Steelers regained the lead with a second from Forney. A powerful strike gave Stewart no chance and re-established the visitors' advantage at the halfway point of the second period. Blaze levelled the scores again at the tail end of the period through Jacob Sindel, and it looked as though it would be all square ahead of the break, but Steelers grabbed a third after a goalmouth scramble. Tyler Mosienko got the crucial touch to make it 3-2. The third and final period belonged to the Blaze, however. A shot by the advertising boards from Stephen Chalmers flew into the net and levelled the scores again before Lee notched up his second of the night. Jerome Tendler beat the netminder one-on-one to add a fifth and final goal in a superb advertisement for ice hockey. The final score was Blaze 5, Sheffield Steelers 3. And finally, Wasps returned to 4th place after a 32-21 victory at home to Gloucester. Tom Young scored 2 tries in an impressive display at the Ricoh Arena on Sunday. Wasps made a poor start. They were down 10-0 within 20 minutes. A penalty from Welsh hooker James Hook. Yes, he is a hooker and his name is James Hook. And he converted a try from Ross Moriarty, who gave the away side a comfortable lead. Young got his first try for Wasps after a 25-yard run towards the line. He danced past Gloucester fullback Charlie Sharps and crossed to put Wasps on the board. Andy Good added the extra points with the boot. And Gloucester contributed to their own downfall as some awful defending let Wasps score 3 times in 6 minutes either side of the break. After Hook kicked an extra 3 points for the visitors, a poor kick gave Wasps a chance they couldn't give up. Rob Miller crossed into the corner of the score zone to get the second try for Wasps of the game. Good couldn't score the conversion, but Wasps did take the lead thanks to Elliot Daly. A poor Gloucester kick found Christian Wade unmarked on the right side. He eventually laid it off to Daly, who crossed to score Wasps' third try. Again, Good couldn't add the extra points. Just 1 minute after the restart, Young got his second try after the match after some lacklustre defending. After a disallowed try, eventually Gloucester did hit back. Henry Purdy ensured of a nervy finish, but Selosi Takikakibao, I'm surprised I got that one, to be honest with you. He ran down the right wing, and that eventually led to a final try for replacement Guy Thompson to wrap up the scoring. Final score 32-21. Right, let's have some more music now. Loving the tunes here on 98.6 Hills FM. Again, if you have a request, please do phone in on the usual number 02476 224 761. We're going to get into some Rita Ora now here on Hills FM. I will never let you down. Unfortunately, my voice is letting me down at the minute. I'm going to go have a rest.
Hey, you with the pretty face. Well, sky. Please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, it's a place to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey there, Mr. Blue, it's a place to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Why you had to hide away for so long? Where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue Sky, it's a place to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Whoa, yeah. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. She's the kind of girl who's not too shy. And I can tell I'm her kind of guy. She danced close to me like I hope she would. She danced with me like I hope she would. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. We only danced for a minute or two, and then she stuck close to me the whole night through. Can I be the one in love? For she's everything I've been dreaming of. She's everything I've been dreaming of. I went to home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just a one night stand. So I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. Ah. I walked her home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just a one night stand. So I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me
I tell you what, Coventry City fans sing that song almost every day, don't they?
oh yeah, something
Herman's Hermits with I'm Into Something Good.
good, something good.
It's old, but it's a good song. 60s tunes on Sports Lounge. You know what? We need a lot of 60s music. That was a era of great music, wasn't it? None of your Justin Bieber, One Direction rubbish. That was good, proper music. You gotta love it here on 98.6 Hills FM. This is the People's Radio Station. This is Sports Lounge. Hope you're enjoying the music selection here. But again, if you have a request, then please do let us know. It's your show after all. You can get in touch with us on the usual number on 02476 that's the office number, 02476 224 761. I was reading out the office number for some reason. Right, let's get into the fixture list. We're a local radio show on a local radio station. We like to tell you how you can support your local clubs. Let's start off with the main action. Coventry City versus Port Vale, which sees the return of former Sky Blues skipper Rob Page, who's obviously the manager of Port Vale, who are doing quite well recently. Their push for the playoffs continues. That game is on Saturday, 3 o'clock at the Ricoh Arena, and of course it is the first game of the tenure of Tony Mowbray. Coventry Rugby Club are back in action this weekend. They had a break last week, but they are away this weekend at Darlington Moden Park on Saturday. Again, that is a 3 o'clock kickoff. The Nuneaton Town look to continue their mini unbeaten run. They're unbeaten in their last 3 games. Can they make it a fourth away? They're away at Southport, mid-table Southport. Again, that is a 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Coventry Blaze are in action at home to the Edinburgh Capitals on Saturday. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff on Saturday evening at the Sky Dome Arena. Wasps are in action on Sunday at 2 o'clock at the Ricoh. They're playing Saracens. Can Wasps get another victory and cement the place in the playoffs? And the final game of the week is Coventry City versus Bradford City. This was supposed to be played a couple of weeks ago, but due to Bradford's cup run has been delayed. The rearranged fixture will take place at 7:45 on Tuesday evening at the Ricoh. So that's Coventry City versus Bradford on Tuesday at 7:45. Right, that's almost all we've got time for here on Sports Lounge for the first hour of our show. Remember, we are a 2-hour show. We've got another 60 minutes of in-depth sports news and views coming your way. And believe me, we have got a lot to get through. We've got the goal of the week. We've got the predictions. We've got Cook's question, which, of course, you can still get involved in. And, of course, we are going to be looking at the new man at the helm, Tony Mowbray. Who is he? Why is he here? What can he do? And what does he need to succeed? That rhymes. We're going to get into that in the second hour of the show, but we're going to end the first hour of Sports Lounge with Benny King and Stand By Me. Keep it locked to the People's Sports Show on 98.6 Hills FM. This is Sports Lounge.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand now. Stand by me. Stand by me. in my music, forget the day, and dream of a girl I used to know. I close my eyes and she slipped away. She slipped away.
Coventry's Hills FM. Community radio for the people.